more. And April is Teacher Appreciation Month, so today we are highlighting a teacher turned principal. So joining us over at SuperTalkTV.com is Dr. Melissa Thomas. She was just named Tupelo Public School District's principal, or Tupelo Public or High School, not the whole district. You're not the principal for the whole district. You're like, whoa, let's back up. I just can take the high schoolers, but that's a big enough job. So first, congratulations, Dr. Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rebecca, and thank you for having me on Good Things today.
I think it's a great story. You have been an educator for 19 years. So let's go back to the beginning. What inspired you to become a teacher?
Well, I knew fresh out of high school, coming out of high school, that I wanted to teach. I grew up in Nettleton, Mississippi, and went through the Nettleton School District. I had some fabulous teachers, some that inspired me, some that were tough on me, some that helped me in other areas of my life other than just school books and education and graduation. And I purposed in my heart that when I left high school, if the Lord was willing to help me go to college, get educated, I was going to teach, and I was going to provide the same opportunity for other students that was afforded to me. So that's how I ended up in education.
I also read where you have experience on every level within the K through 12 system. I'm sure you hadn't taught every grade, but were you elementary and then middle school as well as high school? What were sort of your experience in each of those fundamental parts?
I started out teaching in middle school at Coldwater Middle School in Tate County. That was my very first job. I was a history teacher and a head softball coach. When I moved back home at Nettleton, I had the opportunity to continue teaching history at the middle school, but I also was able to become an interventionist for a year or two, and where I was able to work one-on-one with at-risk kids. I also was able to do curriculum at Nettleton, and I did that K-12, which allowed me an opportunity to see kindergarten, pre-K, elementary, early elementary. I became a middle school principal and a high school principal there. When I got to Tupelo, that was my very first real intensive dealings with the elementary school, and I did serve as the principal of a 3-5 school, worked very close to our K2 schools. And now going back to the high school, so I really have had the opportunity to see learning from start to finish. I know how we want to start.
Mm-hmm. And you know how you want to finish. I see you started with middle school and ran from it like any good, smart person.
It takes special people and dedicated people to teach middle school. They have to be a little bit wired differently, but I really did enjoy middle school age students. I still do.
We poke fun at it all the time, and if you have children in middle school, you completely understand it is a special transitional year, but hey, so is high school too, right? That's most of the most memorable moments, or the moments that you make, the decisions that are going to impact the next 10, 15, 20 years of your life are usually done within those 4 years there in high school. And I know a principal does more than just make sure, students stay in line and teachers, have all they need. You're also working on some special projects. So as Tupelo's new high school principal, what else are you going to try to, be working on while you're doing your everyday principal duties?
Well, the good thing is that I have a good foundation already. Mr. Dobbs and his staff has done an excellent job. Tupelo High School has had tons of success in the past few years, and I really want to pick up where he left off and traject it to the next level. There are some initiatives that's going on right now, such as our middle college, where we have students who are leaving high school not only with a high school diploma, but also with an associate's degree from Itawamba Community College. It's phenomenal. We also are revamping and restarting our JROTC program. It's going to be awesome. We have lots of things in the works. We're expanding and always advancing our dual credit and our AP opportunities. We focus on a lot of good things coming. My thing is to take us from where we are and continue to push it forward. We have also new things that we're going to look into as far as career academies and models that move our science programs into world-class science programs. The bottom line is whatever our students want to do when they leave Tupelo High School, we want them to be ready.
Sounds like they're going to, or at least have, one foot forward with all the opportunities that they have there at the high school. I can only think back 19 years when you got into education, Dr. Thomas. Did you see yourself breaking barriers there in the district, being the first woman as well as the first African American to hold the principal's position there at the high school? Was that ever on your radar, or were you just going about your day doing your things as the Lord led?
To be named the first of anything is always a blessing. It's a blessing, and it speaks to the progress that we're all making and still striving to make. Lots of work to be done, but it is always a blessing to see we're headed in the right, in positive directions. Now, did I set out to do those things? No. Honestly, I just want to teach. I want to serve. I want to be good at what I do. And I want the students and whoever I touch and come in contact with, I want them to be the best. I want them to benefit from my work. So no, I didn't set out to do it, but I'm awfully thankful, Rebecca, that the Lord chose me. I'm awfully thankful.
I want to go back to your softball coaching days. So, how much of the whistle blowing and all that goes on the field with your athletes do you bring into the classroom, or as well as now into administration? Please tell me you need a whistle.
I don't have a whistle, but I have a very good teacher voice. And so I will tell you this, the fact that I'm an athlete by nature, or a former athlete. Let me say that, Rebecca, because I can't play nothing right now. But I had the privilege of playing basketball and softball in high school and playing on several state championship teams. I had the privilege of playing at Itawamba Community College and then joining the track team at Ole Miss. So I have a team mentality. I can almost guarantee you that it's that kind of coaching and that kind of mentality that if I have had any success, it's been because of that. I believe in teamwork. I believe in supporting each other. I believe that we all have a role to play and helping each other, especially coming out of a medical pandemic. We need each other. And I think that coaching aspect has been the one of the strengths that I've been able to take into the world of education that has helped me.
I can say an amen to that for sure. Now, you mentioned middle school is where you got your start. I know that wasn't in Tupelo School District, but recently we highlighted their new arcade, the state-of-the-art arcade that they have there. Do you ever see maybe bringing something innovative or cool like that into the high school realm, if it's a possibility?
Well, that is at Milam Elementary, and they have implemented a very cool positive behavior system, and that does include an arcade. I have yet to be able to go over and play in it, but I expect to soon with the students. At the high school, we're actually, it may or may not be an arcade, but we are open to expanding our resources and bringing in innovative ideas to show our students that we really do appreciate. We have some good students, Rebecca. We have some very intelligent and capable students. They work hard, and we do want to reward them. It may or may not be a souped out game room like we have at Milam, but we will find ways to show our appreciation to the hard work that they do.
Well, I think Tupelo School District in general has been just showing up and showing out in those different ways, getting creative, setting the stage and the example high for their students, like hiring you, Dr. Thomas. So congratulations again. You keep rocking it, and I'll send you a whistle. You're going to need it for them high schoolers.
Thank you, Rebecca, and I appreciate it.
All righty. Well, pretty cool. I mean, she's the first woman. She's the first African American to hold that title as the principal there at Tupelo High School. Now, Rhino, it's been a